We're going to give you a very unpopular opinion today. Ticket scalping is a good thing for fans and artists. The band and the venue want the stadium to sell out, not just to get the ticket money, but because they make money from merchandise and food and alcohol sales too. A promoter is normally involved to help market the event, so they take a cut. The venue needs to pay its staff, and so do the band. And that all applies to sports and comedy too. It's the same economics. Plus, a sellout crowd creates a better atmosphere, increasing the quality of the experience for everyone. The ticket price is split between the artist, the venue, and the promoter, typically around 80% to the artist, but this will change if they're given a guarantee on sales, so the artists know they're getting a minimum fee no matter how many tickets are bought. Superstar acts might be able to get a bigger cut, especially if their prices are higher. Ticketmaster, now called Live Nation Entertainment after a 2010 merger, control 80% of the US ticket market across every kind of entertainment. Thanks to all their deals, it's unlikely bands or venues can sell tickets themselves, with a few rare exceptions. And now, a large amount of concert tickets enter the resale market, which is where the scalping happens. In previous decades, scalpers would have to stand outside of a venue to sell tickets, usually breaking local laws.
The name's Ticket Tooth Philip, and I'm the best ticket touter there is.
But now there's nothing illegal about reselling a ticket, and in the vast majority of states, there's no law against reselling at a higher price. The majority of this reselling happens through StubHub, which was founded in 2000. They allow fans to resell tickets for events they can no longer attend, with the benefit of guaranteeing the authenticity of the tickets. But in reality, it's a platform for the scalping market. StubHub even has a password-protected portal for its top sellers who shift over 50,000 in tickets each year. They even provide better rates and software to help manage large volumes of tickets. This isn't fan-to-fan, and obviously they know it. StubHub gets a cut in fees just like Ticketmaster, and Ticketmaster themselves have tried to compete by offering resale on their own site as well as through their subsidiary, Tickets Now. This is why the ticket business is how it is. So, why is the $3 billion industry of scalping a good thing?
Absolutely. I mean, the reality is that we have a limited number of seats and a lot more people who want to buy those seats. How do we allocate those? Sometimes tickets are sold far in advance and we don't know how valuable those tickets are going to be or what people are going to value them at. And so oftentimes secondary market steps in to sell those high value tickets at a high price, low value tickets at a low price. So sometimes you can buy it below face value, sometimes above face value. It's just an arbitrage opportunity that the secondary market's trying to take advantage of.
The problem with concert tickets is that they're hugely underpriced. It's basic economics. If they were priced at market value, there'd be almost no scalping because only a few people would be prepared to pay a higher price. But if I, or a bot, purchased every ticket to an Adele concert or a big Knicks game, there would definitely be enough demand to sell every ticket at a 50% markup, maybe way higher. This means they're being sold at dramatically under what the market thinks they're worth. This encourages scalping, but it also means for years and years, fans who've bought tickets directly from Ticketmaster are getting them way cheaper than the market says they should be. And that leads to the next question. If demand is so high, why aren't they raising their prices? There are two main reasons for tickets being sold at a low price to general audiences. One, performers and promoters want to guarantee a sold-out stadium, partly for the atmosphere, but also for the additional revenue of refreshments and merchandise. And two, they don't want to exclude so-called true fans who want to come but can't afford the higher prices. But let's be clear on something. Going to an Adele concert or a Knicks game is not a necessity. It's a luxury. People don't demand a cheaper iPhone just because they're an Apple fan but think the phone is too expensive. They just buy a different phone. So, if the fans are paying the huge resale prices, it's because they want the ticket more than they want to keep their money. The frustration that most people feel is that they're being taken advantage of because they know their money isn't going to the artists. Some unrelated person's making a profit on StubHub. And this angers the artists too. A few of them might resent that the money is money they could have made, but most big acts want their fans to get a good deal. However, while acts like Chance the Rapper have bought up scalped tickets at a loss and resold them to fans at face price, plenty of other acts have set aside blocks of tickets to be put on resale. Acts like Bon Jovi, Celine Dion, and Van Halen have all been found to profit off the resale market. But since this is how the market works, it might as well be Celine Dion benefiting versus a random scalper on StubHub. It's also worth noting that for artists, scalping's another layer of security. They get to sell out a venue at the price they agreed to, and then the resale market manages the demand. If there's less demand than expected, the scalpers lose out, and they just have to sell the tickets at lower than face price. If artists want to stop scalping entirely, they either have to raise ticket prices to reach their market value, or they have to perform more shows in each venue so that the supply can come closer to demand. Unfortunately, price is one of the only ways to manage demand in a marketplace. So one alternative might be having software automatically increase the price at the point of sale as demand rushes in. That way you know the reward is still going to the artist, not a scalper who's just in it for the money. Want to learn more about business theory and pop culture? Be sure to like and subscribe to be notified of our next segment.